What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. And what's up? Today is today Wednesday? Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. I've been thinking today was Wednesday. Today's my grandmother's birthday. Rest in peace. Lit a candle for grandma this morning. I thought today was Wednesday though. I knew today was the 30th, but I thought today was crazy. Let me stay out of my phone. It's so nice and toasty in here. Have the heater on, and yeah, yep. I think I'm talking back and forth with Craig, and we talking about this thing with these people talking about, okay, well, I'm not, what the are you doing, lady? Sis. Talking about the rape case that Kobe had. And his behavior after that incident. And I think that a lot of people wanting to focus on that and defining him based on that mistake, and then if you understand, like when he even apologized to the girl and he said, what I thought was consent was, this was a thing of consent, right? I did not give you consent. There was not explicit consent. I think that was a learning lesson. You were charged with this crime. This was a learning lesson for you, and you ain't never heard him nothing about him doing anything with anybody ever again. Like, someone who is really truly apologetic changes the behavior. What do we say? The best apology is change behavior. And you ain't never heard of him. And people keep saying his victims. He got accused again. Did he get accused again? Because I've only heard about one thing. Y'all let me know, because they keep saying his victims, and it was one woman. And I don't care what you feel about the details of the case. At the end of the day, he was charged. He had to go to court. People followed the story. Whatever your personal opinion is, that's fine. I don't care if you think he did it, he didn't do it, whatever. At the end of the day, he came out and he said, I am sorry. And when I look back on it now, I could see how she did not give me consent. You have to look at his apology. And I think he settled with her monetarily as well. And that was it. I haven't heard anything from that girl since. I haven't heard anything. And and we always say in death, you talk about the person's life. And that did happen in his life. But you also have to think, like, Kobe was not effing around with his image. One, I'm not about to do this. And I don't know if he thought he thought he could do what the other basketball players were doing based on the way that he, based on the way he spoke about the incident. I don't know what he thought. I don't know what's going on in his head, but when you see other men doing what they were doing with group basketball groupies or whatever, did you think that, did he think he could get away with stuff like that? Did he think he could do stuff like that? And I don't know. We don't know. We don't absolutely know. So at the end of the day, for these people to be coming out and like, oh, he was a rapist. And it's like, okay, yes, he raped someone. She did not give him consent. He was on trial. And then she did not testify. So they had to, I guess they dismissed the trial, but she didn't testify. So, but he did pay her a settlement, and then he later apologized. And then, remember, he got that tattoo with the angel wings with Vanessa's name on it, because we was like, oh my God, he's really apologizing for, his behavior or whatever. And after that, you heard anything else about Kobe and the woman? Did you? Did y'all? Because let me know. Because to me, I feel like the nigga was like, look, we're not about, y'all not, first of all, y'all not about to ruin my damn image. And that's pretty much something like that can scare a person. Some people, it doesn't matter. Some people can do it for 20, 30 years and continue to rape black women and children and hold them hostage and kidnap them and everything like that. And they do it over and over and over again for years. And then there's some people who get in situations where the girl, and I think a lot of the reasons people get into situations where the girl did not give consent, she says you didn't give consent, she wants to press charges because I didn't give you consent, you raped me. So, and you go to court, you get accused, and then there's never no other story about you doing that again. You were apologetic, you weren't arrogant about the situation, you apologized and settled, and we ain't ever heard no shit about it. There are some people who actually do change after they make a mistake. There's some people that happens to. One mistake like that changes them. Like, oh shit, is this what we about to do? I'm not about to be going through this. Ruin your image, gotta pay money. Now you look crazy, you married, you look, honey. Now when in his death, you do not reduce that person down to that. Now when R. Kelly dies, guess what's going to be his legacy? We're going to talk about his music, and we're going to talk about what he's been doing in our community for the last 20, 30 years. But you calling somebody saying that he has victims, I'm not, y'all, unless I'm just completely not out of the loop, or I don't know. But if, to my knowledge, there was only one woman has ever come out and said that Kobe Bryant sexually assaulted her, raped her. That's all has only been in my memory. And so that's what we were just talking about. Like a lot of, and I don't see too many, and if you look at the chorus, if you look at the choir of the people saying these things, you got to see that they kind of all look alike. They kind of all look alike. I'm gonna try to get here. We have a later court time today, a later what do you call the time? Start time today, but I'm still going up there, and I'm just going to study and go into the cafeteria and stuff, because I don't want to be parking. I don't want to play with parking at all. So that's what I was talking about with Craig earlier, because I guess Evan Rachel Wood said something as well. The heiress of Disney, she said something as well. I hear a train. So, there's a lot of been talk. That train is loud as hell. There's been a lot of talk of different people coming out and trying to reduce that man to his mistakes. Can you imagine if we were defined by our mistakes? Oh God, this would be a hot mess. We would be everybody would be a mess. A lot of people would be a mess. I ain't sorry. So anyways, so what else is going on? So let's talk about Love and Hip Hop. We could talk about that. So I watched both Love and Hip Hop New York, and I watched Love and Hip Hop Miami. Love and Hip Hop Miami was okay. Like I said, it's very, very much Miami. They're giving you Super Miami, Ultra Miami. Let's see who we talking about in Miami. Prima Donna and Jocelyn have this beef. Jocelyn keeps calling her a pig. I don't know what the beef is. I can't really, take a side or anything like that. I have no idea what the beef is. But for Jocelyn to say to Trina and Joy, I don't like women with bad attitudes. Is she serious? Like, is she serious? I said, did Jocelyn really just say that out of her mouth? I don't like women with bad attitudes. So I don't know what the girls, what their beef is, but she doesn't like her. And then Trina was like, well, maybe you need to just give it another chance. Maybe you guys just had a misunderstanding. And she keeps calling her a pig, once a pig, always a pig. Oh, you mean the girl who sells the waist trainer and is still fat? I don't know. Maybe she's. I don't like to reduce people's critiques of people down to being jealous. But when that girl explained what she's accomplished and what she's come from, and Jocelyn, you came from the same city and you wound up with Stevie J and a baby. And your career, even though I think this guy that she's with, who I think is very attractive, Ballistic Beats, yes. That's the only reason why I'm watching Marriage Boot Camp, Hip Hop Edition. CeeLo is on there too. I don't know. But CeeLo is on there. Styles is on there. Styles P is on there. But Jocelyn is on there with her man, and he's a nice looking dude. He is a really nice looking guy. But I think he might be really trying to help her, because look, she got that show. She's been on The Real, but I don't know what the beef is with this girl. So she's back in Miami, and this girl, Prima Donna, and I remember Prima Donna, but I thought she was smaller than that. Maybe she was smaller when she first got to Atlanta, and then just got bigger. Let me get over. I ain't sorry, nigga. Hell no. What was I saying? She went to Miami, and see, right here is where I get mixed up. Let me see. Let me just do this. Let me just make sure, so I can know that tomorrow. I don't want to get girl. They say Beyonce sent Kim Kardashian a box of Ivy Park. I thought y'all said that Kim Kardashian and Beyonce hated each other, or Beyonce hated her. Is this the marketing ploy? I mean, a superstar is using a media superstar, pop culture superstar. She's using her. I don't think Beyonce has to use Kim Kardashian to do anything. Now, you send it to influencers. I guess that's who you're supposed to be sending it to. She sent it to everybody else. Yara Shahidi, Lizzo. She's sending those things to everybody else. Why the hell she can't send it to Kim Kardashian? Because it doesn't fit y'all narrative. Like a lot of people in their heads, they really want to believe, because she's our favorite target. Kim K. She's an easy target, favorite easy target. And like I told somebody the other day, Kim Kardashian will help somebody get out of jail before she change for any of from our critiques. You heard what I said, right? She will release somebody. She'll get somebody released from jail before she change based on our critiques of her. That was one thing I had to give to that girl. It's been like a long time ago when the North was a little baby. I used to always make comments like, she really does not respond to all of the critiques that, there's a little cafe right there, people have of her. She's like, when I say the definition, I used to say she was the definition of unbothered, because she would never say anything. Never. It's just been recently that she says stuff, talk shit. But anyways, Prima Donna, yeah, she came from, Prima Donna said she came from the bottom, girl. And she came from the bottom, and now we here, and she got pressure cookers, waist trainers, seasonings, and she is on the internet. She's, an influencer or whatever. Oh, God, let me go this way. And And girl, let me tell you something. There was a fire inspector in there, because you know the case that I'm on is a arson, right? And somebody died as a result. Okay, so child. The fire inspector came in there to talk about fires. And first of all, you know, I love firemen. I think a lot of people love firemen more than police officers, because they save people, they don't kill people. And he was so fine. Ooh! He looked like, I'm trying to think what he looked like. God damn, I can't think of what he looked like. He was handsome. There was another detective that was in there. I was like, ooh, y'all cute. They were cute. I was looking like, but the fire person, then when he started to talk about his expertise and how fires travel and stuff like that, I was just like, ooh. say some more. Tell me more. And then his ass goes sit down when, you know, you're not supposed to talk to the jurors when we out in the hallway or whatever waiting, if they do a little recess or whatever. So he came out and his ass gonna sit right across from me, act like I didn't see him. I'm not looking at you, fireman inspector. He didn't have a wedding ring on either. He wasn't black, y'all, but he was handsome. He kind of looked like, okay, he kind of looked like a mix of he was kind of like, he looked like he could have been, I don't know how to describe what he looked like. His hair was very modern. He had a nice suit on, very modern, like suit, like, you know, and his pant leg was, you know, higher. You know what I'm saying? He was very modern, very, very modern, but he'd been in the fire department for 22 years. And he was handsome. Nice suit. It was like a periwinkle color, like, and had a nice tie, had some nice socks, nice shoes. He looked nice. He came dressed for court, okay? He was cute. I was like, ooh, hello, fire inspector. He's still on the stand. Is he still on the stand? Yeah, he's still on the stand. So we're going to see him today. So I can't wait to tell y'all about this case, and then we can figure it out together. The judge told me to keep an open mind and don't discuss this with anybody. Don't discuss. I should have told him I have a YouTube channel, and I run my mouth. I may not be able to keep this little agreement we have. And the judge is cute too, with his curly gray hair, honey. He's cute too, but he's got a wedding ring on. I'm thinking about judges, like, and he has a nice sense of humor too. He lets us out early so that from each thing, like, you know, lunchtime, he'll let us out early so that we can get to the cafeteria or get out in the open. There's a cafe right there. I'm glad I found one. I don't like, because a lady said there was a Starbucks. You see how I switched the conversation that fast? There's a Starbucks down there, but there's a cafe right there. So I'm gonna go to the cafe, but I'm not gonna go right now. Anyway, so Miami. Okay, I'm gonna look at that fire inspector today. Fire expert. He was talking about the fire. He was like, smoke is like water. It goes through the path of least resistance, and I can't wait until he tells you how, when he described it was, I just love to hear experts talk they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the toxicology dude was in there. He was talking his shit. That shit just, I love it. I love to hear experts talk their shit. I love it. And in a way to educate you, not in a way like I got all the knowledge and the stuff. They really like both the experts turned to the jury and was like explaining, like, let me explain to you. And then, like, you know how when you deal with somebody who has an expertise in a certain area and you ask them a question, but they have to give you like some context, and they have to explain context and then explain to you, okay, well, I know you didn't ask me that, but I need to explain this in order for you to understand this. You understand what I'm saying? I love that shit, because you can tell that the person loves what they do. When you hear people talk passionately about the shit that they have gone to school for, you know what I'm saying? I love to hear that shit. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Talk your shit and your goal is to educate. That's what I love it. So when that fire inspector was up there talking, I was like, say some more. Talk to me. Talk about fire. Handsome. He was here. I'm gonna look at him today. I'm gonna tell y'all what because he's a mixture of. I gotta look at him again today, because I was like, he looks like. I always try to put people like, so when I'm talking about, you can have a visual. You can say, oh, he kind of looks like such and such. So I do that. So anyway, so let's talk about Miami. This is what we come to talk about. So what happened in Miami? Okay, so Prima Donna is sitting down there with Tip. Tip looks different. I don't know what she got done right in here, but her lips are going up, and she looks like her lips are like this top lip is going up, and her nose is going down into her lip. I don't know if she had work done. She does look different, but I don't know what she did to her face. It looks different. Something looks different. Her and Prima Donna are sitting there talking about how Prima Donna left Miami, went to Atlanta, and really made it big. And I think Miami Tip, what I'm called Tip, she felt a way about her friend leaving. She said she felt like she left her, and I thought that conversation was a good, whether they were acting or not, I thought it was a good demonstration to show how some people feel, and her being able to express that, and then her reassuring her, no, I didn't leave you, I left for me. I needed to get out of here. You know where I'm from. When that's not a place that when you leave, you look back. You go straight ahead. You don't look back. I'm not leaving you. This was for myself, for my survival. And look, she became successful she left and became very successful in her own right, doing what she's doing. And I don't know, was she a stripper before? She must have been a stripper, because Jocelyn knows her. I don't imagine, and this might sound mean, but I don't imagine that Jocelyn's circle didn't extend beyond the stripping industry or exotic dancer industry before she met CBJ. And I think, it doesn't sound great, but maybe the girl was a stripper, because I can't imagine her. Now that Jocelyn has been now she has broadened her circle. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all gonna watch Cabaret? Jocelyn's what is it called? Cabaret? It's not Cabaret. That's Luann. Is it called Cabaret? I don't know, child. But anyway, so Miami Tip feels like, that she didn't wait for her, and the girl was like, girl, I ain't got time to be waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, broke it. Oh, y'all watch all the shows on the sites. So yeah, so she was like, I didn't, I just feel like she didn't. Miami Tip, maybe she thought her career was supposed to be, I see she's trying to straighten up her image. She really looks like she's trying to straighten up her image with managing Sukiana, who I think needs Monique's charm school. Bitch, them hoes on Miami, Love and Hip Hop in Miami need to be in charm school. They need to be in charm school. I don't care. Look at all the people coming. I don't care. Them bitches need to be in. Sukiana has the worst attitude. Nicki Natural got a bad attitude. Nicki Natural got 3 kids, 3 different fathers. She was talking to, who was she talking to? Who was she talking to? One of the girls that was the bartender I said looked like Jasmine Masters. She was talking to her, talking about Sukiana to her, and then the girl went back and told her that Nicki Natural said that she was better than her. Bitch, we're rappers. I'm never gonna say you're better than me. What kind of fuck shit is that? Like, are you crazy? Like, that's what I like. I was like, why is she even entertaining that? Why would you walk over there to somebody and say, you thought, you said you were better than me? You said you was better than me? You said you rap better than me? Of course I'm gonna say, what are you talking about? Of course I'm gonna say you good, but you ain't better than me. I would. Why would she do that? I'm like, who the hell do you, first of all, Suki, who the hell do you think you are? Shay got into it. Shay need to mind her business. That's what the girl told her, you old bitch. One thing they do have is some young girls on there. I was like, that's what I thought, like, yesterday when I was watching it. I had to watch it again. Because at the end, I didn't know that Jocelyn sent that girl a roasted pig. Honey, I would have took that as a bad omen. Don't get this shit out of here. Don't fucking play shit like that. Like, I was like, Jocelyn, that's too much. You doing the most. You doing the most. And when you have to be mindful of who you choose as your enemy. You just have to be mindful of that. Like, people like to fuck around with people, but then you fuck with the right one, and now all of a sudden you the victim, right? I don't know what's going on I know I'm all over the place. I don't know what's going on between Jocelyn and that girl.